chaos. I'm chaos theory. Look, how I do stuff is how I do it. Don't mean it's a fact, fiction, but however, what it is, more than anything, it's common sense. And hopefully this sense is common, because common sense ain't common. Check it out, what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the situation that I seen online. I'm going to do with the baby. Why I'm bringing up the baby? Because I like to bring up people that I feel is credible. I like to bring up people that I feel gonna say something that's truthful, and if they're giving you something, even if they're holding back something, you can see it. You know what I mean? And a hood dude, when he's speaking on some stuff that happened that shouldn't have been happening to him, you're gonna see it on his face. You're gonna hear it in his voice, and different octanes and all that stuff, the rising and lows. You're gonna notice all that. Let's watch it.
This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular.
He's noticed how my dude's voice is shaking. It don't sound like he's being interviewed by somebody from a TV network or a blog or entertainment in any kind of case. It sounds like he's being interviewed by the police. And if you see, watch any court TV, you have to do that yourself. I've been there myself. I'm talking about you. If you been there yourself, you know this is how you sound. Whole lot of stuttering, whole lot of uncomfortableness. I'm trying to give you the truth, but not give you too much information. And then also I'm gonna make sure that when I give you something, then when the other people find out that I gave it to you, I don't look too bad, I don't sound too bad, and forget it, I might want you to look bad over me looking bad. So now I'm giving you a little bit too much. It's like the voice is shaking him out, he's choking up, you know what I mean?
Around the time, man, it was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me. Right. So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know, right. Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in.
I heard that there's supposed to be some tapes or something that's coming out real soon, and I guess we'll all really know the truth if anything's on those tapes.
You guys aren't going to believe this one. In a recent interview, DaBaby dropped some bombshells about his experiences as a Diddy freak-off survivor, and you won't believe the twists and turns he's sharing. We've all heard the shady stuff that's been going on behind the scenes at Diddy's infamous parties. You know, the ones where Diddy likes to invite all of his best buddies and have fun with each other. And recent news has it that DaBaby not only was present at these gatherings, but he's actually pulling back the curtains on this dark era of his life. Get your popcorn, folks, because this is going to be a wild one. Alright, so let me start with this wild night at Puff's crib. That happened back in 2020. When DaBaby talked about it in an interview, he had us hooked on this story. And you could tell by the way he was telling it. He was nervous, real nervous. Now does that mean he's seen things that people like Diddy wouldn't want the world to know? Maybe. Let's get into what happened that night. It was this star-studded party at Diddy's mansion with Beyonce and Jay-Z chilling in the same room. The kind of thing you would expect music moguls like Puff and Queen Bee to throw, right? It was the kind of party you'd expect to see in Hollywood. A bunch of celebs, beautiful women, the whole 9 yards. But as the night went on, the crowd started thinning out and things took a bit of a turn. But what went down that had the poor guy so shaken and terrified? Well, DaBaby started talking about how during the night of the party, initially it was all cool, but then, at one point in the night, Puff started getting real cozy, like invading his personal space. And it wasn't just inappropriate things that Diddy said. Things went a little too far. During the night, DaBaby talked about how, at one point, Diddy even had his arm around him, and you could sense the discomfort in his voice as he spilled these details.
Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me. Right.
Check this out, when you're talking about somebody that took a liking to you at the time and he was really putting his arm around you, you ain't saying it like that. When I'm bothered and I'm talking about somebody putting his arm around me too much, that was a good person, you know what I mean? Like, I can be in all walks and circles, and I need to be comfortable. But if I know the homeboy is gay, and he's my boss or whoever, and we talking and we hanging out and etc., and you put your arm on me too much, I'm gonna notice that. And that's gonna make me uncomfortable. You feel me? So when I talk about it, I'm telling the story, yeah, certain circles kept on putting their arm around. You gonna mention that other night? I wouldn't mention this on some other person that we laugh and have drinks with and we throw on bottles with and they put their arm around me. I wouldn't mention it because it wouldn't have caught my attention. But if you doing it and it gives me an offset vibe of what I'm comfortable with, you're gonna bring that up, which is what it bring it up.
Imagine being at a party with big names like Beyonce and Jay-Z and things start getting a bit too close for comfort. Now, if I were an up-and-coming artist, it would be hard for me to make sense of the situation, and that was exactly what he was going through as well, especially with all the allegations coming about Diddy's behavior towards young artists that he shows a liking for. We all know what happened to Cassie and her relationship with Diddy, given the lawsuit she filed about the horrible things she had to go through. DaBaby said it was like the vibe went from party mode to, wait, what's happening here? With just a handful of people left in the room. He then revealed that the party initially had a lot of people, but as the night started going into late hours, rumor has it that Puffy had the room cleared out with only a few hand-picked people, some of which included big names like Jay-Z and Beyonce. What happened next, behind the closed doors of Diddy's mansion, has yet to be revealed, but judging from DaBaby's shaky voice, it couldn't have been good. Fans also felt bad for him, with one person writing, "Damn, and DaBaby just admitted Diddy got him at one of his parties." Another added, "Diddy had DaBaby right where he wanted him."
In the word on the street, I'm a bad motherfucker.